Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to my second channel, the number one grinder, real talk. I will doing the chop up with my brother, Big Rooster in the building. But before we do anything else, let me read this out. Read this out. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. That's the real. That's the real, the number one grinder. Just remember, wherever we do righteous, we are still winners. We are still winners. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Let me see. Hey, what's going on, brother She, Third Warrior? What's good? Thank you. Thanks for coming. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro, and we'll be right back. All right, all right. Again, welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder real talk. Thanks for the ones in the chat. Thanks for showing up. Very much appreciated. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Thank you. We got another chop up in the building. Brother Big Rooster going to chop it up on the darkness round table. So now I'm gonna bring the brother in. Make yourself known. Welcome, brother Big Rooster Show.
Yeah. Sound like a machine gun, don't it? Hey, I had
Yeah.
to get that one in there, man. We used to have a DJ in the Bay Area.
Oh,
He used to
good.
say that on the radio every Sunday.
That's all
Rest in
right.
peace,
That's all
man. Prep.
right.
How's it going, brother?
All right. Welcome to my channel. It's not the first time you've been on my channel, but welcome. But this is a chop up. So I'm glad that you accept invitation to do a chop up with you. Again, this is not an interview. It's a chop up. So that means you could. I want you to ask me questions about myself. That's what it's all about. It's all about conversation and all that. In a few minutes, I will post Big Rooster channel in the chat and everything. So how you and your family doing today, brother?
Man, we getting through this. I don't know if we can call it a heat wave or a cold wave, but we've been had it both in the last couple of weeks, man. 3 days it's 200 degrees, and the next 3 days it's 50. So I don't know what's going on with our weather, but man, hey, look, we gonna push through it.
Yes, sir. We're gonna push through. So let's get it now. I'll let you know after 29th and the 30-minute mark, I'm gonna ask people, to send their questions into the chat. Are you okay with that?
Man, listen here, man. Hey, I ain't scared of nothing, brother.
I'm just checking on you, bro. I'm just checking. I know you ain't
Hey,
afraid of
I
nothing.
appreciate you, man. Look, I thank you for having me, man.
I appreciate that. Let's get into it. Where you originally from?
So I'm born and raised in the Bay Area, California, San Francisco Bay Area,
Okay.
little town called Richmond. Uh, you know, lived in Texas for a couple years as a kid. Came back and been here all my life.
Okay. What about parents?
Uh, so so my mom passed away oh about 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, it's been about almost 10 years now.
Oh
May
well.
she rest in peace. She got a
Rest in
11-year
peace.
bout with breast cancer, but hey, she was a survivor, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as for other parent, he's still around. I wouldn't really call him a parent, but he
Oh.
was definitely a donor.
We're gonna leave it like that.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes,
gonna leave
sir.
it like we ain't gonna see. So I want y'all to know it's not just women feeling this way, there are men feeling this way. And then you gave me a good idea, and I would like to bring you back one day. Let's talk about that because there's a lot of people don't know that sometimes us as men, we do feel that way, but it's not being talked about enough. But I'll talk to you, off the line over that. But we're gonna
Yes,
back to
sir.
what about yeah, we're gonna talk about that definitely. Are we so what about siblings?
So on my donor side, I got three brothers and one sister,
Okay.
and on my mom's side, I got one brother and one sister.
Okay, now on the donor side, I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
respect what you say on the donor side. Do you get along with them?
Oh man, love them to death, man. And we all have we don't see each other a lot, and we don't talk much, but when we do, what I'm saying, I enjoy them. You know what I'm saying. I wish we could all get together, do some things, but you know, we kind of it's a couple. Well, it's three of us close. One's in Arizona, one's in Washington. So but my Washington brother, he's here all the time in the Bay Area. So it ain't like we don't get to see each other. So when he comes around, me and the brothers, we all get together. There's four boys, one girl, and some of my little sister, she lives in Arizona, so she
Okay.
doesn't get out as much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you. Are you in a relationship or
Yeah,
married?
yes, sir. relationship. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Kids.
So I got two kids, three step kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But a big rooster man got a team, man.
Hey man, look, a good thing they all grown.
That's the
No
key.
little ones.
There you go. There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go. All right. All right. Yeah. I know when I first met you, we talked. I met him. Let me let the people know. I met brother Big Rooster through brother Go Professor. He used to go professor. He had these group calls, and that's his way to check on us as men and
Yes,
make
sir.
sure we all right. And that's how I met Big Rooster. I know of Big Rooster. Big Rooster knew of me, but we never really connected. And that's how I met Big Rooster. And he gave me the award, a big one, I think a best content creator. He sent me an award. I said it. No.
Striving to hit that 1,000 mark.
Right. And
Yes, sir.
that was yeah. So that's very touching. So we start talking, and then he been on like a few panel discussions on this on this channel, and then we just hit it off right there and there. And then one time he invited me to his show. And then I
Yes, sir.
stayed. It's supposed to be two other people came, but they couldn't show us. So I stayed the duration of that because after that I did a live, and then after that it was late at night. Then so brother Big Rooster here, he ended up join that live too. So then we kept the conversation going. All right, let's again. If you want to ask questions about me, you can.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, before whatever it is, just chop up. So
Yes,
just
sir.
ask by me,
Yes, sir.
please. That's what it's all
Without a
about.
doubt.
Not
Without a
other-
doubt.
so now I see. Tell people about your channel, please.
So basically, my channel is kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
not a one niche type character. You know, a
Right.
lot of people say, "Oh man, find your niche and run with it."
Hmm.
But you know, man, I wear many different hats. So what
Hmm.
I do is I just kind of, I go with the flow. Whatever it is I'm doing, if I
Hmm.
feel like it should be, either put on on the camera or just talked about, that's what I do. Hey, now,
Hmm.
12 hours. Thank you for tapping in.
12 hours. Yeah, no problem.
I, I don't like BS. You know what I'm saying? So the furthest you're gonna get with BS is me is us telling jokes about one another. I'm not
Mm.
gonna allow, what I'm saying, somebody to come on and, be, call the number one brother. Hold on, brother. We ain't about that over here. You know what I'm saying? So we men first, and then we can have a little bit of kid in a second. You know what I'm saying? But we men first. So
Mm.
with that being said, I'm not going to allow anyone to come in and just chop somebody up into pieces.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So like I say, man, I game, I ride motorcycles, I cook, I try to do a little bit of arts and crafts with the wood, and hey,
Mhm.
I am not a carpenter. I am not a whatever you guys want to call it. I got a shed out in the backyard that needs to be revamped for 22 years. My girl keep telling me, man, you need to do something with that. I'll have somebody come tear it. So yeah, I'm not a carpenter, but I I I, I, uh, I contract with a guy that I worked with for 22 years.
Hmm.
Do a little bit of electrical wire, panel wiring. So like I say,
Hmm.
man, I'm all over the place, man. You know.
Now, I noticed that you into bikes and cars. Explain that to us, please. That's your
So
hobby?
so the car shows is something that it's an outing. You know what I'm saying? You get to get out and enjoy it. A bunch of men around, hanging around. Talking smack about their cars. I don't have an old school car yet.
Right.
Uh, I definitely want one, but they become so expensive uh, that it's just almost out of reach. You know what I'm saying? and it's really interesting because me and my son, I got a son that's 30, about to be 32, and he
Mm.
has a couple of old school cars, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he we was just talking the other day, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, man, I see a bunch of dudes just fixing up anything." I said, "Well, the reason they do that is because the cars that you have are so popular right now that everybody just can't afford it. You know, you gotta have a bag. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a bag, and when you go to
Mm-hmm.
buy those cars, people go want to look in that bag and see if you got enough to pay for it. So, yeah, with the car thing, you know, it's just a hobby that I like to go and look like. So the last few that I put up, that's a car show that comes to California about 4 times a year, up to the Bay Area, I should say, about 4 times a
Mm-hmm.
year, and that's like the mecca of all meccas for the state of California when they come here. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But the biggest car show is coming along in Reno. That's close to us. It's coming along in Reno, which I live about 2.5 hours from. It's called
Oh,
Street Vibration. I mean, it's called Hot August Nights. I'm sorry.
okay.
And so yeah, that now motorcycles. It's interesting, man. I got a friend of mine. So about 36. I was about to buy a street bike, a Kawasaki ZX10, and
Uh-huh.
you know, at the time I was fast, but I talked to a dude and he told me, he said, "Man, how old are you again?" I said, "Man, I'm 36." He was like, "Yeah, man, you don't heal as fast as you used to now." So you know, if something go down, you know, even though you still get hurt the same, but you ain't going as fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I end up in the Harley game. And, you know, having a Harley, I don't know if anybody, if any of y'all know out there, Harley is the number one selling bike in America,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the probably the raggediest bike you can buy. So, with that being said, you have to learn to, uh, uh, you know, wrench on it. You have to learn some things about it because if you continuously take it to Harley, you're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
broke.
Right.
You know, so that's a good thing. Hey Tina, how you doing? How you doing, Chocolate Tina? That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you for tapping in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank the host for having me. Yeah, so that's what it is with the bikes, and so it's interesting. Me and some brothers was riding to Los Angeles one time, and one of the brothers' bike started spitting oil. So we was like, "Hey man, you know, we'll sit here and wait for you with the tow truck." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that brother said, "Man, tow truck? What you talking about? We going to Los Angeles." So we was still 350 miles away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, "Man, y'all go on in here and have breakfast, and when you come out, I'll be ready to go." So
Right.
you know, I was new to Harleys then, so I really didn't know. My bike was still kind of brand new, so I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't looking to have no problems. But when we came out, and that brother said, "Let's go." That inspired me
Mm-hmm.
to be like, "Hey, man, you need to learn something about your bike. Things,
Yeah.
you know, things go bad or go wrong. You ain't got to always take it to Harley. You can fix some things yourself." So I've always
Mm-hmm.
been one of those type of dudes that kind of try to, you know, before I take it to the shop, if it's something I think I can do, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, save
Gotcha.
myself a little bit of money.
So once you spend more on the car, had that been your hobby ever since you was younger? Younger?
So I've always liked cars, but uh, my hobbies are more video gaming and golfing.
Oh.
I like golf and I like video gaming. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you know, and then you know, hanging with the grandbabies or taking a ride. You know, I like to drive, so you know, I drive just about anywhere I can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but 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 the bike thing is fun, you know. But the
Mm-hmm.
one thing about the bike thing is it can be a it can be a what they call a money pit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you can spend a lot of money on Harleys. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I just got it the way I like it, and I you know that's all. I'm not trying to go no further than that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You say you into video games and what else again?
Golf. So I've been playing
Golf.
golf.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about golf, please. And before I ask you that, what other sports that you into besides golf?
Well, I'm a big football fan. Uh,
Okay.
I played a couple years when I was a kid, but I was more of a street cat. So I was in the streets. You know,
Mm-hmm.
being in the streets was more important than anything to me, sports or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just I grew up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I love the streets, but I love football. I love basketball. I love baseball when it's playoff and it's World Series. I watch hockey when it's playoff and World Series from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean not but championship in hockey. Uh, so I really I love sports. Period. You know what I'm saying? Even
Mm-hmm.
though I only played a couple years here and there, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big sports fan.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite baseball team, football team, and baseball team?
So I don't have a favorite baseball team,
Okay.
but I root for the A's and the Giants because they're both local. Oakland A's, San Francisco Giants. I root for both of them. My favorite football team, though, I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I love the
Oh,
Pittsburgh Steelers. Uh, been liking them ever since I was a kid, since the Mean Joe Green commercials.
gotcha.
So I'm not just a fan of somebody that just jumped on the bandwagon 4 to 5 or 6 years ago. But uh, basketball, I'm not really. I like the Warriors because they make the game fun to watch, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really necessarily a one team fan. I like basketball. I love,
Gotcha.
but I really love what I really love is college basketball in March
Mm.
Madness.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
watch it in the regular season because there's too many teams to follow. But in
Mm-hmm.
March Madness, oh man, I can almost sit down and watch almost every game that come on TV if I can. You know,
Mm.
March Madness is I love to see those kids play their hearts out, man. They're going for two things. They're going for that national championship and they're trying to make it to the pros. You know what I'm saying? They're playing their hearts out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
just to see the passion that they have for the game, yeah, you know,
that's good. Yeah.
yes,
Well,
sir.
my
So,
team. Well, I'm a New Yorker, so I
right,
love all New York. I love all your New York sports team. Doesn't
yes,
matter
sir.
what it is, and everything. Now, um, what current events that you like to talk about?
Well, man, I talk about it all, man. Whatever's happening, if somebody want to talk about it, I talk about it. I give my opinion. I don't try to force my opinion on anyone or
Yeah.
anything like that. If you want to talk about it, I talk about it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? We may not agree, but yeah, we live in a world where we can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And still, still be cordial with one another. Instead of going to war over words. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Got you. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now, basically, again, you're welcome to ask me questions. Um, Now, what do you think about the things was going on, like the mass shootings and
But
the
so
gas
so mass
prices and all that?
so mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have to have some gun control, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that gun control is,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to have some kind of gun control. I don't want people guns taken away from them, but I do want I look at it like this. Like I let's look at it like this. Ice Cube said it in one of his raps. He said it only take and y'all forgive my language here, but I'm gonna just say it like it is. It only take one motherfucker to fuck it up for 22,000 other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, if if we can at least catch that one before he messes it up for everybody else, we wouldn't have people trying to take guns away from people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the people who are trying to take the guns away are right, but at some point, what do we do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People are you know, these guys are, you know, they pledge allegiance to their gun before they pledge allegiance to the country, you know,
Uh-huh.
and to their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know, you know, and that's not to say, you know, we gotta, as a people, and I mean that collectively, you know, black, white, purple, pink, brown, I don't care what you are. As a people, we have to understand that when people kill, they don't kill just the person that they kill, but they kill whole families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they kill their family, they kill the person whose family they killed. You know, and then you know, in our situations, when we have those shootings, it seems to never stop. It just continues. You know what I'm saying? So that's a cycle with it that we need to break. You know, we should never have to continuously kill because it proves no point, but it breaks a lot of hearts. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Exactly. What do you think about the gas prices and inflation going up and everything?
So
That's like something big. Just like they can be talking about it for the last almost 6 months.
yeah, so the crazy thing about the gas prices, you know, a lot of people blame it on Joe Biden, but I don't blame it on Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? I blame it on corporate greed, man. You know, corporate greed in America is rampant right now. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. So, you know, we're not accustomed to $6 worth of gas, $5 worth of gas, and things like that. But gas
Mm-hmm.
has always been high here in California. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the crazy thing is, I live maybe in my surrounding area. There's probably let me say roughly 6, 7 refineries. I live by the third largest refinery in the country, but we pay the highest gas prices in the entire country. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
mean, literally, I'm literally a mile away
Uh
from the refinery. You know what I'm saying?
huh.
So, the reason I tell people that this isn't a Joe Biden thing, because at the end of the year, I don't know if people pay attention to this, but at the end of the year, you know, they give out their earnings reports and they tell you we made record profit in billions. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that Joe Biden is the cause of this. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than Joe Biden. You know, and the Republicans, you know, not to pit anybody against one another, because I feel like if you got a Republican that's going to do the right thing, then he deserves a shot at this point. But and Democrats, you know, because they all lied to us. But the Republicans, you know, most of the big corporations are Republicans, and you know they feel like they can do what they want to do with things that they own, and it, you know, it hurts the people like you and I at the pump. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's going to continue. Uh, they want to, you know, they want people like Donald Trump in office so that they can keep getting those big tax breaks. You know, here it is. I make maybe between 50 and $100,000 a year, but I'm paying more in taxes than the guys making $10 billion a year. You know what I'm saying? It's just not right. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
That.
I put the gas price thing on corporate. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not a president thing. It's a corporation thing. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What about inflation?
And, to me, another corporate grab. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it right, a chicken runs around a farm. It don't cost the chicken nothing. Now I know if the corn that the chicken eats goes up 2 cent a kernel or whatever, you know, we got to pay high prices. But this is another corporate grab. You know, I think people are gonna do corporations are gonna do what they want to do because they know people need it. They know people need to eat. You know what I'm saying? Uh, people need places to live. They know that, and so uh, I'm gonna say that uh, corporations here in California have started this high rents and things like that, and food prices, and it just went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People know, corporations know that uh, people need things, and they know regardless of how long they sit on it, somebody's gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. They know somebody's gonna buy it.
All right. Well, I said for me, right,
Real
that
fast, hold on before you say that. Yeah, so Tina, I don't know if you remember. I don't know how old you are, Tina, but I remember when I was a kid, the law of supply and demand meant if you wanted it enough of it, you know what I'm saying? You buy in bulk, that it would be cheaper. But nowadays they don't. They didn't reverse that law of supply and demand thing. Now they say, oh, if you want a lot of it, it's gonna cost you more. And that's just not the way law and supply and demand. So I see your comment is valid, but that used to be reversed. I don't know when it changed, where it changed, how it changed, and who changed it. But I think somebody said along the way, hey, like it just I'm gonna give you an example. So, and I don't mean to cut you off, Brandon. I'm gonna let you get back. I'm gonna get back right back to you.
Mhm.
Uh, I have a Harley, right? I want to put wheels on my bike. Two chrome billet wheels, right? Can cost me anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000, depending on which wheel I want, right? I got a car. I can go buy four 20-inch wheels, chrome billet, and tires for $800. You know what I'm saying? Corporate grab. That's all I'm saying. So it's small corporations that make wheels, you know what I'm saying? And they charge us more because they want to profit more. They know we want them, so they go charge us for it. So that goes that law of supply and demand thing. But
Got you.
I'm glad Tina brought that up.
Well, I would say for me, it's this that President Biden talking about that he gonna ask he gonna see that he got asked the federal to trying to regulate the gas for 3 months, and so they feel the price is going down. But I'm with you is all about the inflation. I'm gonna say this, and I know that people. I've been speaking on this on the Underrated Doctors channel, and also I've been speaking on this even this channel. I think that we're in the danger zone. I think people talking about crisis, but I think crisis is what we went past crisis. I think that I feel that this economy need to be stimulated. And I know that as you talk about corporate grab and stuff, we're gonna stick to that. There, a lot of them said, "Oh, you shouldn't do that because it's lazy people." Or we cannot pay for the social program that's going on. But I would say this though: if you got inflation that's going up, and you got gas prices going up, and you got economists that is saying that we need something to stimulate it. And it's so funny that there are some saying that mainstream media do not want to talk about it. You still got people that are losing jobs. You still got people, that have to use their 401k plan to pay their bills, use their retirement. There are people that are working longer now because where's the balloon for them? You got like greed, corporate greed, like you saying, still getting these balloon payments that they shouldn't over something that they do that hurt people living. And so for me, it's just we gonna come for the crash, and then I hope that they would get it done. They would come to their senses because we don't want to deal with something that happened like in 2008. I remember 2008. I remember there must have been a crash of depression back in the late 1920s into the early 1930s. My late father told me about it. Other family members has talked about it. And they better do something. And they need to do something quick because people say we in the red right now, but they don't know. So that's my take on it. Now you say you like video games. What video games you like? You on mute. You on mute, brother.
So I like a lot of video games, uh, but I only play really one is Call of Duty. Uh, play golf on the video game. Uh, I like a lot of them, but I've been so I come up in the video game era, so
Mm.
I'm an old man. It's funny because we be online and the kids be on there saying, "Man, you sound like somebody's grandpa." I say, "I am somebody. I am
Mm.
somebody's grandpa." I say, but that don't
Yeah.
mean I can't be playing video games with you. I play video games with them too. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, I've been a video gamer for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I was brought up when Pong was the first video game. You know what I'm saying? I know you
Uh,
remember that, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. So and I've been loving it ever since. So
Got
I
you.
do.
Got you.
I love it.
Now, you want to take questions now, or you want to wait?
Hey, we can. Hey, whenever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We chopping it up, right?
Got you. Yeah, we chop it up. I'm still waiting for you to ask me questions. But before you do that, people, if you want, let you know right now, it gotta be a legit question. If it's not a legit question, I have the right not to answer it, not to ask them that. So make sure that if you just come in, pay attention to the conversation, and then you put your questions. But now y'all can put the ones who've been here. Y'all can put your questions in right now. Put your questions in right now. While we big brother Big Rooster show and all about it. And I've been posting his channel while we talking. Let me post it again. This is his channel. I want you to go check it out. This is a great channel. Um, now I want you to go check it out. Let me speak me sitting there. Okay. I want you to go check that out. That's his channel. That you see the link right there. That's his channel. I want you to go check it out.
Appreciate it.
Well, anything you want to ask?
So yeah, so I do want to ask, man. So you grew up in New York, right?
Yes, sir.
What part?
Brooklyn.
So I remember, man. I remember as a kid, man. So I used to break dance. Believe it or
Okay.
not, with all his weight. But
uh,
hey,
uh,
I used to definitely break dance back in the day, man. And
okay.
man, we used to always say, man, I want to go to New York. We wanted, that was a thing of ours. We wanted to go to New York as kids. You know what I'm saying? Never got a chance to go except for when so the job that I had, I was telling you I
Uh
worked.
huh.
I was supposed to be there for 2 days. End up working. I mean, 2 weeks. End up working there for 22 years at a
Oh,
company out of New York, but upstate New York, out of Buffalo. Where East Aurora. You know where East Aurora is? Right
yeah.
below Buffalo in the South Towns.
Mm-hmm.
So that a company out of there, they bought us out. So that was the only chance I got to go to Buffalo, and go to New York, and it was Buffalo. But one thing that's funny about it is, I used to always ask people, man, who in the hell want to see a bunch of water fall over a cliff at the Niagara Falls, right? Until I went there. Number one, man, I was mesmerized.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh my goodness. I see why people come here and want to see this. And it is amazing how much
Mm-hmm.
water, how much sheer amount of water is falling over those cliffs.
Yeah. And
So
they are, let me there are two Niagara Falls. They're Niagara Falls, New York. Also, there's Niagara Falls in Canada. There is
Canada,
two.
yes,
There
yes,
are two.
yes,
But a
yes.
lot of people here with Niagara Falls, New York. There is a town named Niagara Falls. And
Right,
also there
right,
is a town named Niagara. There's a college named Niagara Falls too. But there are
right.
two Niagara Falls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, so look, I just like to know from you. Okay, Tina, I answer
Okay.
that in a second. But I want to ask you
Yes.
what. So, what is the difference between? So you're from Eastern New York, right?
You can
What's the
say that.
difference between upstate, and Eastern New York? Just
All
what?
right, New York City. New York City is five boroughs. Okay,
Uh huh.
that's mostly city and boroughs, and Manhattan's really an island,
Uh huh.
but they call it a borough, political. But really, it's an island. Upstate New York is like when you go to you deal with like some country, and
Okay.
also you deal with like a lot of towns that deal with got houses and stuff. It's not as busy. It is. Racism month. I'm laying right now. That's the yeah, you a black man. I mean, you black up there. You be real careful. Them crackers now. They let you know now. People be
Yes, sir.
sleeping. New
Yes,
York, and
sir.
also New York is a very big state too. They
Uh-huh.
said the land of a thousand lakes. New York is a very big state, and you deal with the Cascade Mountains. I believe that covered up like maybe up to Canada, maybe like 600 miles worth, and but it's nice up there. But black, you gotta be. Let's say that gotta know where you going.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta be in now.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying New York City ain't like that, 'cause it is, but it's busy. Like if you want to be like in suburbs, I'm not saying that New York City don't have suburbs, they do. But if you want to move in a nicer part, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's suburbs,
Yes, sir.
it's nice. But I'm saying as a black person, I'm just saying. Now, mostly Republicans live up there in New York,
Upstate, huh?
so upstate New York, and then
Okay.
I'm just saying you got to be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I hear
Yeah,
you. I hear
it's a good sightseeing though. Like New York City,
you.
it's nice seeing.
Okay. Okay.
You will
Okay.
hear the N word. Hey, nigger. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
nigga, how you doing? Oh, fuck
Yeah.
you up there. Stuff like that. Yeah, I know about stuff like that because I used to play ball up there.
Right.
One of my coaches that he had family up there. And hey, we like your niggas, but get on the
Right.
bus. Time to go back. Hey, no, we don't play none of that. No, no, no. So that's the part that they don't want to tell you about.
Right. Right.
They
Right.
tell you about always New York City this, New York City that. Yeah, it's true, and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
New York is a special place, and it makes me the person that I am right
Yes,
now.
sir.
I could.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chocolatina says, where do you like to go vacation?
So, Chaplatina, I don't travel much, but when I do, I love to go to Vegas because I'm an hour and 20-minute flight away from Vegas. I'm a
Mm.
7-hour drive. I like to drive though. I love going to Los Angeles. LA is, although it's the traffic is gridlocked. I mean, any time of the day you go through there, it's still a fun place. In LA, it's funny. They tell you if you want to get somewhere on time, take the streets because if you
Mm.
get on the freeway, you're gonna be sitting.
Mm.
So LA, another place I like is where Brother Gold Professor lived at, is San Diego. I didn't like it as a kid. I lived there for a few months as a kid. Hated
Hmm.
it because I grew up in the Bay Area, like I say,
Right.
and man, but I went back as an adult. When I tell you, San Diego has some of the best weather you could ever want, all year
Mm.
round almost. Oh man, in San Diego, beautiful beaches. Uh, I've been to Tijuana, Mexico. I haven't been to any other parts of Mexico. I do want to take a motorcycle excursion down there. They have a place that they do a trip in called Rosarita Beaches, which is not too far from Tijuana. They had this big motorcycle rally that goes in there, and I want to go there one day and take a ride the bike here. But I do go to Texas every once in a while because I have a lot of family in Texas. So I like going to visit Texas. Uh, I have been to Texas, Louisiana, Arizona. I love Arizona in the
Mm.
spring. Early spring, Arizona has beautiful weather. Anytime after that, yeah, you can forget about it. Yeah, seriously.
Got you. Got you. Chocolate Tea, I have another question. Have you participated in any gaming tournaments?
That's it. So when I say I'm a gamer, I'm I'm not a good gamer. I just love gaming. Uh, but only tournaments I've ever participated in is the ones with friends. We'll get together and like have a Madden league or a league on Call of Duty or a league on Destiny or something like that, and we'll get
Uh,
together and have a little small tournament or whatever. Put a little money in the pot.
Vegas said Vegas. Everybody love it. I always like to go to Vegas. But you gotta have money to go to Vegas. Now. You can't. You can't. Yeah.
Well, it depends. If you like to gamble, you have to have money. But I don't. I'm not a gambler, so I just like to go for the sights.
Uh,
And I like the strip, the lights, and all of that. But I also tell people if you go to Vegas, there's so much more to Vegas than just believe it or not, the desert is beautiful.
mm,
Believe it or not, and you get out there and you see where nothing grows, and it amazes you that there's still life there. You know what I'm saying? You might see a coyote. He's like, how are you making it here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they skinny. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Uh, the Hoover Dam is 25 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? Just
okay.
to see that structure. If you see it on TV, it mesmerizes you. I mean, it makes you look very small compared to all the concrete that they poured up there. And to see the actual, how much of a drought that the country is in, you go there and you'll see the difference in the rock on the,
Uh,
on the stone. You'll see where the water line used to be and where compared to where it is now. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Got you. Got you. D Love said, What's your favorite season?
So it's interesting. So, uh, who asked the question again? I'm sorry.
D Love, Sister
D
D
Love.
Love. She said,
So
"Yeah,
D
what's
Love,
your favorite?"
I don't know where you're from, but in California, we basically have a really okay, a really good year round. We got year round. Basically, we can almost do anything because it barely ever rains here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know if you've ever heard the song. The coldest winter I've ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. So basically, on a daily in San Francisco, the our normal pattern is every morning the fog rolls. Every night the fog rolls in. Every morning about 10 o'clock, the the fog rolls out. We get some sunshine. Lately, it's been really hot here. With the climate change. I don't know a lot of people don't think that there's climate change, but there really is. Uh, but my favorite part of the season here is springtime because we get some really nice spring weather here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We get really nice spring and the beginning of fall. Well, I should say mid fall because the beginning of fall here we have what they call Indian summer, and man,
Yeah.
they for like 2 weeks straight it can get real hot, and I mean literally, oh man, up in the
Yeah.
hundreds like almost every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, New York. New York is 4 seasons,
Uh huh.
but when it gets cold now.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen,
You
hey,
know.
listen, Grinder. Hey, so I stepped off the plane at the end of summer, and we got to the hotel. This is the end of summer now. Now I just tell you, end of summer here, we in hundreds, we in 100-degree weather. It was 29 degrees in Buffalo. I said, "Ooh,
That's nice.
see, that's nice to you."
No, 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 no. Let me explain it. That's nice. You know what Buffalo is? It's like 5 below 0.
Right, right,
20
right. I
below
know.
0. 29 degrees.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Man,
hear
that's
you.
considered nice.
I hear you.
New
I hear
York
you.
City, it don't get, well, I ain't gonna say it doesn't. It gets like that sometimes. But you know, 29 degrees in New York City is cold. Man, listen, let me tell you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen. Y'all could play, oh, it's rain and it's cold. Listen, picture you traveling in this type of weather. You bundle up, you go to work, right? Even if you drive or you taking the bus or you taking the train,
Hmm.
you go through that. You take those clothes off. Gotta take the clothes off. You at work, you gotta let it throw out and stuff like that. If you have your own business, that's different.
Uh-huh.
But then you gotta put the clothes right back on
Right.
and travel in it. Then picture you got it's cold and you got sleet and twirling winds at the same time you getting on. Then you gotta walk in that month. And so if you live by yourself, so you don't need you can get something and go home. But picture if you live with your girl, or you live with your husband, your boyfriend, or your husband, whatever it is, right? Or your wife. And you got kids, and you call them up. Look, it's cold out here. When I get in the house, I'm not coming out.
All right.
They'll tell me what you need right now, because I'm not coming out. Okay, that's you sure that's what you want. Okay, so you get there, you want then on Sunday. Oh, I forgot. I don't know. I'm in the house now. No, right. So you get in the house. You're tired already. You gotta take the clothes off. Make sure the house is warm though. Then you gradually take the clothes off. You're tired. So the only thing is you gotta sit down. That's 30 minutes.
Right.
Then okay, you probably want to eat. You don't want to eat yet because sometimes you're tired, you're hungry, but your teeth, right? So your body got to throw out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to make sure you don't. I tell people already, run that doggone shower. I don't care 30, but he paying the bill. Well, no, we have to pay the water bill anyway. Run that doggone water. Make sure that bathroom is hot.
Make it hot, huh?
Make it hot, make it hot, make it hot, make it hot. Then you get in, you do what you have to do, you wash up and everything, dry up and everything. You got to put some clothes back on because it's hot and everything. And then all of a sudden you sit back down. You know you got to put something in your stomach so you don't want to eat late at night because it's not good because you're going to get up early in the morning and
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that. So you be tired.
Yes, sir.
Then if you have a family, you got to play with kids. But you're
Mm-hmm.
tired. You know you got to get, then on something,
Yeah.
you're tired and then on something, I got to go to bed.
Yes,
Then all of
sir.
a sudden, if you live with somebody, you know what I mean. You got to make time for them, right?
Yes, sir.
A man or woman, you got to make time for them. Then you
Sir.
make time for them. You know what I mean. Make time for them. You make time for them. You gotta put in that work. Then it comes over again, and then man, let me tell you something. It went to the Buddha, but listen, look. It's beautiful in New York. Don't get me wrong. No. You in the house? I'm not going out in the house. They said, "Oh, but I want a sandwich. There's some sandwich meat in there. You go fix it. There's some soup. There's some noodles. You go fix it.
Yes, sir.
But you gotta be kidding. I'm not going out there. You act like a little kid. I'm not going out there. Then you got,
Yes, sir.
I got because some women do that. So it's like, hey baby, you go out. You know, I make sure I take care of you. Look, no, it was 29. I came in the house. Now the shit is 18.
Right.
The swirl
Right.
is cold. But
Right.
I said, that means I gotta put on clothes over again. That's 10 to 15 minutes. Then I gotta walk to the store. It's not, I mean, it's around the corner. But picture you around the corner, you get there like 4 or 5 minutes. But if it snowed, that's 10 to 15 minutes. No, I mean like no. Well,
Yeah, I hear you.
I guess that. Yes, okay, I just
Yeah,
don't want then. It's cold. You don't want to deal with
sir.
that. Yeah,
I
there's
hear you.
decisions. There's decisions and conversation.
Hmm?
Go It goes like that. Yes, it does.
Yes, sir. I hear you. So, D Love asks, where do I spend time by the water? So D Love, uh, it's water everywhere where I live. I live, I literally live 2 minutes from the bay. Uh, I live 25 minutes from the ocean. Uh, and then we have what we call a delta, which is a where all the water run off the mountains into the river,
Uh-huh.
into rivers. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm like 25 minutes from the delta as well. So, I mean, literally, I mean, I don't go to the beaches here because it's cold. We our beaches are cold up north. And, I live in Northern California.
Right.
Now, with these heat waves that we've been getting, you can tell that it's been warm because you go to the beach now and you wouldn't find a park nowhere in sight. You'd
Mm.
have to park a couple miles away and then Uber to the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah. So I mean, when I go fishing, though, I do a lot of freshwater fishing. So I go into the delta a lot. I don't really fish in the bay much unless I'm going out with a friend on the boat.
Right.
Uh, I go to so comparing our areas where you say you got a lot of the white folks that's really prejudiced and all that stuff. I'm gonna
Mm.
compare our delta area to that. So we call it the
Oh.
Central Valley, and that means
Oh.
in California we got a main freeway. It's called Interstate 5. It takes you from California from Mexico almost to Canada. But
Really?
yeah. So we call that our main artery, and then all the other freeways branch off of it. So along I-5 and Interstate 99. Interstate 99 runs parallel to 5, but only for so many miles. Maybe a couple hundred miles or whatever. But maybe 400 miles, I should say. But 5 runs the length of California, Oregon, and Washington. So, uh, yeah, that right there is our area where you go get those brothers, those. No, I shouldn't say brothers. Those people calling you the N word. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of rednecks out there. That's redneck country. Uh, but there's a lot of brothers out there too. So with that being said, that's our California Delta, uh, and I mean, there's miles and miles and miles and miles of waterways.
Oh.
A lot of recreational fun out there. Whatever you
Mm.
want to do. I mean, large bodies of water to bodies of water that you can take 2 steps across, you know what I'm saying, and you'll be on the other side of the levee. But I mean, just depends on what you like to do. Whether if you like the beach or if you like the ocean, you know what I'm saying. But if you like the beaches, yeah, the beaches to go to are the ones in Los Angeles on down to San Diego. Those are the really nice white sand, long. I mean, beaches for miles. You know what I'm saying? Just up here, we got a beach might be 2 or 3 miles long, but you go down to the Los Angeles area, man. When I
Mm.
say you got beaches, just 50, 50 miles worth of beach shoreline, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Just yeah, yeah. Every city along the way. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of water here. You know what I'm saying? But we can't get no rain, and also I'm only so when we get our snow, I'm only two hours away from that. So it'll snow there, but we won't get no precipitation here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So how far are you far from Fresno?
So I go down there 2 times a year on my bike. I am literally 2 hours and 45 minutes from Fresno.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah,
Oh, D Love said, do you like the water or the mountains?
both. I like both. When you ride motorcycles, you tend to you know, be along both of them. Either you're along the coast or you're up in the mountains doing the twisties. What I don't like is we have some mountains here in the Bay Area. A lot of people, you hear San Francisco a lot of hills, but we also have a lot of mountains. And
Uh-huh.
now, when you get over into Marin County, which is across the Golden Gate Bridge, there's a lot of mountains that run alongside the shore. I mean, the ocean, and that I don't like that because it's a lot of turns, and you have to pay attention, or else you're gonna be checking in real sooner than you think.
Okay. Chocolatina has a question. She said, "How long of a drive have you taken in Route 5
From
on your motorcycle?"
so the furthest I've rode on my motorcycle is to Los Angeles. That's 399 miles from where I'm at,
Mm.
and
That's going south, right?
yes, and the funny thing about that is, if you've ever drove in a car to Los Angeles, it's a total different ride on a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? In your car you kind of caged in. That motorcycle you feel like you got freedom, and it's just you. I mean, along uh, I-5, there's rarely any cities you hit. You hit a lot of gas station cities. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
may hit a gas station with like a gas station city with like a McDonald's, or In-N-Out Burger. Just a little. You know how it is in a little town. Might have one hotel there, just in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? You need a place to stay. But so Fresno is actually along 99, and 99 has a bunch of cities. Like, so most of the time when people ride to Fresno, they like to go along 99 because there's a bunch of cities and there's more services. If something happens to a car, motorcycle, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you got somewhere to go. 5, you're gonna be stuck out there for a long time until a tow truck can get to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fastest route from the Bay Area to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna answer this. D Love want to know, do you live alone?
No, she said, "Do I ride alone?"
Oh, do you ride alone? I'm sorry. Do you ride
so,
alone, Big Rooster? I'm sorry.
so I do ride. I don't ride with a club. I have rode with clubs before. Just as a uh, they would call me a civilian. I've rode with clubs before. Uh, I do. I enjoy riding alone for the simple fact that I like to get to where I'm going. And when you ride with a pack of people, everybody's got something different to do at every gas stop. So a 5-minute gas stop may end up turning to a 30-minute gas stop. You know what I'm saying? If you got
Uh-huh.
a group of characters with you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody may have to smoke. Somebody may have to use the bathroom. Somebody may want to drink a cup of coffee. Somebody may want to grab something to eat.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so, I understand that. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm taking a long ride down to, like, say, Los Angeles, I want to
Uh-huh.
leave here at 4 o'clock in the morning and get there by 9 or 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because if you out there, it gets so hot in that valley, man. When I say scorching hot, oh
Uh-huh.
man, yeah, it's easy. And like I say, it ain't the only water you see along I-5 is what we call the California Aqueduct and the Delta Mendota Canal, and
Uh-huh.
that's the water that we pump up from up here to Los Angeles, because
Uh-huh.
they it never rains in Southern California,
So,
although it did rain down there the other day. So
okay.
yeah, I like long rides. The ride I really like though is riding to Reno, because that's up Interstate 80, and I know Interstate 80 goes from San Francisco to New York, but I have to. There's a lot of twists and turns in the mountains up there.
You said go to New
But
York.
yeah, Interstate 80 runs from San Francisco to New York.
Really?
Yes,
To
sir.
what town in New York?
I'm not for sure which town it is, but I look at it on the map and it ends in New York somewhere.
Get out, is that long?
Oh yeah,
There
run
are
across
some
country.
people. There are some people said there are some interstates.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
remember that go to west, the east to the west and stuff. My late father, he drive trucks.
Oh, he does,
And,
huh?
and so he told me this one time. Yeah, do you know there are certain parts of Jersey or New York that could take you straight to Florida? But I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
back then they could, but they cut
Uh-huh.
it off sometimes. But he said you never know. I said word. So
Oh
now,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like Interstate 10. Interstate 10 takes you from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to Santa Monica, California.
Whoa, what is it
Yeah.
again?
Interstate 10. It's the southern part. It's probably the hottest part, other than Highway 50. It's probably
Uh-huh.
the hottest part, hottest highway you can ride on. That Interstate 10. It's all once you get down outside of Los Angeles. As soon as you actually immediately when you get out of Los Angeles, you in the desert for literally from you in the desert from California, Arizona, New Mexico, into West Texas. You don't start hitting moisture till you get almost into San Antonio. I mean, basically, if it ain't a monsoon or raining down there, yeah, you ain't gonna get no moisture. So you better
Oh
stay
wow.
hydrated.
Oh, so you better keep water in the car and
Yes,
make it
sir.
soda.
Yes,
All that.
sir.
So
Without a
I mean,
doubt.
that means you better soda. I mean, soda. You better keep. You better have a cooler and some ice,
Yes,
recycling hot
sir.
ice. You know.
Yeah. Hey, cause man, listen, and them towns are far and in between, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, but Reno is a fun ride, especially on a motorcycle because you're in a lot of mountains. So once you leave Sacramento, because I live like an hour, maybe if it ain't no traffic, I live 45 minutes from Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but once you leave Sacramento, you start climbing, and you climb all the way into Nevada.
Mm. So the
You
rest
know,
of you going up.
oh yeah, you're going all uphill. When you hit the summit, it's you had 7,200 and something feet high. Uh, but there's actually peaks up even higher than that. But you'll have to be doing some hiking or some off roading to do that.
Do they have like roads to go up there like that, or do
Oh
they
yeah,
got?
oh yeah, oh, they definitely do because that's where a lot of ski resorts are. You get up to that 9 and 10,000 foot mark. Yeah, man, that's where all the people like to go skiing at. That's what,
Yeah.
especially the extreme skiers. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, man. So it's a lot of we got a lot of things to do here in California, especially in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, we 2 hours from snow, depending on where you are. We 2 hours from snow. We 20 minutes from the ocean. You know, we got ample amount of amusement parks around here. And then if you get to Southern California, they got a bunch of amusement parks. We got the beaches, the bridges, everything. Man. A lot of hiking. If you whatever you really basically whatever you like to do, you can do it here in the Bay Area.
Uh huh. Okay, thank you. Let me get these people up. Brother Clarence McLean, thank you very much. Shout out to you. Shout out to Brother Divine. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. This is the secondary channel, the number one grind of real talk, and this is another chopper with a good brother here from Cali, brother Big Rooster and everything else. So I will post it. I will post a channel in a few minutes or so, and we are chopping it up. So anybody want to keep on asking questions, you can. We're gonna be here, like I said. Can you spare about another 10 or 15 more minutes?
Yeah, I got about 30 or 40 if you need
Oh, no, ask me. No, don't tell me that. Now I'll keep you
it.
in there.
Oh yeah, I
That's
mean,
all right.
I got it, man. I got it. I got it.
Okay, got it. Okay, now, but again, if you want to ask me questions, you can. Okay, now, let's talk about geography. Because I'm into geography too. So let me ask you that you told. Can you tell that any roads that stretch from the east to the west, west to the east that you don't know nothing about? Besides, you said 10?
So all I know is 80 and 10. I
80.
think I think 90 out of Washington leads east, but I think it ends at I think you actually end up at 80 or 90 may take you into Chicago. I'm not for sure. Uh, yeah, there's a let me see. I know when you get into some part of Texas, 10 splits off in the 20. 20 takes you up into Dallas, and then it ends in Atlanta somewhere, I think.
That's what I
Or
heard too.
yeah, yeah. And then 40 is actually pretty long too. 40 starts in California and it ends, I think, in Tennessee or one of the Carolinas.
That's long though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So 40. So it's interesting. So if
But
if you're going, so for us, so say I want to take a trip to Dallas. If I'm going to Dallas from the Bay Area, I'm going. This is my route. I'm going from where I live. I'm gonna say from where I live. I'm gonna go 580 to 5 to 58. 58 takes me through Bakersfield, California. And once I get to Bakersfield, California, I'm an hour away, hour and a half away from a town called Barstow. Now,
mhm,
Barstow, California is like a hub city for trains, right?
mhm.
Uh, and it used to be, and Edwards Air Force Base is down there. So, and when I get to Barstow, I'm either going to Vegas, up it splits, it turns into 15 or it turns into 40. 40 takes you east and west from California to, I think it goes into the Carolinas. I'm not sure. I know it runs to Tennessee and all of that. And then if I'm going to like Houston or something like that, I'm still taking that same route sometimes. Depends on how hot I want to be. But if not, I'm gonna go down into Los Angeles, take that same route instead of taking that Bakersfield turnoff. I'm gonna go into Los Angeles, hit the 210, cut across to 99. I mean to 10, and I'm taking 10 into Houston.
Get out of here. Okay, another question from D Love. She said, "What's the largest you have been on the road?"
The longest I've been on the road.
Mhm.
So actually, uh, the longest I've been on the road is driving from here to Texas. Uh, so it was like I think 40 plus hours.
Mm.
But I had help driving though. I didn't do it all the driving by myself.
So a lot of people think that California and Texas is short.
So okay, so here's
What
here's
do you
here's
think?
where here's where to get you at California. So California, Texas is really large, and
Hmm.
you can drive almost a whole day through Texas. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Uh, California, if you go from north to south, it's super long. It's 12, 13 hours. Uh, but if you go from east to west, so if you go east to west, you can get across California in maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
like I say, I'm literally at the end of 80 almost, and it takes me 2.5 to 3 hours to get to Reno. So Reno is the first big city in Nevada.
Mm. Get out of here. I still can't get over. You said 80, Route 80 go from California to New York. That,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I never knew that. I knew at one time my father said, it's my late father, he said that I don't know if it's there, I don't know. But he told me it's in the 50s, because when the black drive, when you're a black man, you drive trucks back then, you cannot get on the highway.
Yeah, they
You
what they
gotta
call
take
it the
service roads. You gotta take
yeah
service
they
roads.
call it the Chitlin Circuit, right?
To chiller, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So he said he's from New York. Sometimes he had to take service roads, go all the way down to Florida.
yeah, 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 yeah. They had their own maps for the brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
their own map. So this is what they was doing and stuff. I like I said, how things has changed right now. I'm not saying they ain't like that because they probably build cities between it, so they probably like that. But I would it would not surprise me. There's some roads that you could take New York further, like I don't know, to Florida or maybe to North Carolina. I remember when my mother, because when my mother passed, she passed away September 28, 2019. So I went back home that night. And
Hmm.
so I got on mini charter bus. It's about like maybe 10 minutes walk from where mom's living. And I remember that we stopped at somewhere in Jersey.
Hmm.
And then I remember he take this service road from straight from Jersey to Virginia, y'all. I was like, wow. I did not know that it still continued.
Uh-huh.
Cause I woke out, I remember it was in Norfolk. He said, anybody get on Norfolk? I said, nope. Then he said, next stop is Hampton. And I said, okay. I was like, wow. I meant to ask him though too, but that time I was grieving. I left my mom. That's when my mom passed away that day, and I had to get back to Virginia. And that was I never forget that. I was like, God, it was dark too. So yeah, so it does. So when people say, "Oh, it doesn't stretch," yes, it does stretch. There are some service roads does stretch more than two states. So
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. So I think the freeway that runs up and down the East Coast is 95. I think that runs from Maine or somewhere up in there
Maine to
down to
Miami,
Florida, right?
yes.
Yeah. Right.
Maine to last stop Miami, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because 85 is not long. Start from DC, go to Atlanta. It's not
Right.
all that long that people think it is. See, where my
Right.
father town at, right? He was born and raised in Crawford, Georgia. So
Okay.
that's right now, but I forgot. I know it's right off 85, but
Okay.
he had to take like another road. But I know Commerce, Georgia, that's the beginning of Georgia. That's right
Uh-huh.
off 80. That's right off 85.
Okay. Okay.
That's like exactly two hours away from Columbia, South Carolina. I know that for a
Okay.
fact. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's yeah. So yeah, man. Geography, man, is I sit down and look at the map. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's what I used to do too.
yeah, yeah. I
I
like
think I'm
like
fast. I
that.
think that's a fascinating thing to learn.
Yes, it is.
I think us as a people, we should know. We should study maps. I think that we should know. I think we should talk about a certain city, how far it goes to, and I think because you never know. How about something happen that we need to take a service from? You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Definitely.
You never know. You never know that sometimes you can find like some deals. You go to the hotel, along a service road. You never know. And so I
Mhm.
think I was always into that when I was very little. And I think
Yeah.
that a lot of us should, us as black man, black woman, we should, us as adults. I think that I would like to do it one day, but you know how the space is and stuff. I
Hmm.
don't, but I would like for us to like, let's talk about this role. What you should
Yeah.
do. And I
Yeah.
think that we should. It should be serious, but it should be fun too. I think we should need to do that. I think that we should know because how about something go down? Then I told your big rooster, I said, big rooster, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you
Right.
if you can get here, I get you there.
Right.
You
Right.
know, we got to know about stuff like that, and then it's good to talk about stuff like this. It's not boring. I'm glad you agreed on me, D Love. I think we should do more of that. I think that
Yeah.
we're gonna talk offline about that big rooster because I think it's very important. You don't have I don't drive, so I think anybody that don't drive or who drive, we should talk about roads, and we should talk about there are even roads that are exist and everything. And I think that because that these mass shootings is happening, as these other stuff happen, that's good to know too.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, to avoid certain things too. We gotta avoid certain atmosphere that is really happening too. So I think that I want to talk about that too. I'm gonna hopefully I don't forget about it. Remind me, brother. if you can, and then we go. But I'm gonna handpick people, and D Love, you are welcome, to join because I think that Columbia, South Carolina, I'm from Charleston. That's what's up. That's what's up, brother LB. Shout out to you too. Shout out to you too. Of
Yes, sir.
anybody that wants to engage with each other, at least stick to the topic. But also, if y'all want to find out each other channel, it's right there. Most everybody is blue. But the channel that I will be posting is my brother right here, Big Rooster Show, and I want you to please go check him out and everything. But I think that we should talk about geography. I think that is very very vital right now.
Yes, sir.
It's very vital right now.
Yes,
That
sir.
like we talk about it, 80. Like I said, I never knew 80 couldn't go to California to New York, y'all.
Yes, sir.
That's good to know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
So let me ask you questions. Now, there's like do what that is San Diego? Do San Diego do have some roads go to the east or go mid east?
So, so the road east out of San Diego, it, to bring you back to 10 is eight.
Eight, okay.
Eight takes you through the lower part of Arizona, through a city called Yuma and all of that stuff. Uh, but basically, once you get away from the water and you get into that desert, you
Oh,
got a lot of little towns. I
uh,
mean, when I say little towns, I mean, man, you might not see a town for 30 miles or something, but, uh, like I said, you may see a gas station city, but that's about it. And then you may see I'll give you an example. So if you come out of Arizona, I mean, out of San Diego, you'll take 8 to 10, right? That'll take you into Phoenix. So I'm gonna say your first 100 miles from the Arizona California border,
mhm.
you may not see nothing but a house here, or some people they got this place out there where you can take your campers and live for free. They call it free living. You got to have your own power and stuff like that. But
Uh-huh.
but it's so far off the highway, you may think it's just somebody out there doing some off road and things like that. But for the most part, there's just a bunch of desert out there. But if I go, so I say I go from here to Las Vegas, I'm gonna see a lot of little cities. But the last city in California is it's a little city called Searchlight, and it's very interesting. So they got these towers. It's right at the literally almost right at the border of Nevada, and they got these towers, but they got these solar panel farms out there. But the
Mhm.
towers are lit up like all day. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to burn off. They collecting power, but they can
Mhm.
only collect so much power. So they got these lights that actually you have to burn off some of the power because the stored
Uh-huh.
energy, will probably melt the batteries down or whatever. But it's interesting, man, because you go out there and you'll see this what looks like a bunch of water, right?
Mhm.
But it's actually the sun hitting off the solar panels, depending on what time of day you get there. And man, I mean, when I say just miles and miles and miles of solar panel, you'll
Uh-huh.
see that. So it's called Searchlight. To answer D Love's question,
Yeah.
I can't really say which state is my favorite state because I've lived in California all my life. I haven't been to many other states. I've been to Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, New York, uh, Nevada, and that's really it. I only been to like nine different states, so I'm gonna say California only because it has the better weather of all of the other states. Texas Texas is funny because it's kind of like this. Once you get to the eastern part of Texas, which is where I
Mhm.
live, it's got the humidity like kind of like Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. But the great thing about the summers there, when it does happen, it rains out of nowhere. I mean, literally rains out of nowhere.
Mm, I
So
heard. Yeah.
yeah, so but I like Texas. You know what I'm saying? I do like Texas only because I've been there. Out of all the states, I've been there the most, other than Nevada.
Mm.
Yeah, Nevada. Once it's hot in Nevada, it ain't nothing but hot. That's all it is. It it literally never cools down. You can get in Nevada and be out there at midnight, and you'll still swear the sun is out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. I could tell you one time I was in Georgia, but this when I was little, and
Uh,
this is funny. I remember it was raining one side of the street, and the other side didn't rain. So I would jump back and forth like, "Oh, it's rain." I said, "That's how sometimes it is."
right,
I
man.
like, well, yeah, yeah. I remember I seen it once in New York, but I see it a few times in Georgia. I said, "Well, that's what this is something." No, it ain't no something. That's how it is sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
that down south weather is crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, that's the first place I ever experienced a hurricane is in Texas. I lived through two of them. They weren't disastrous like these last few hurricanes they've been having,
yeah.
but I did
Now,
live through two of those. Louisiana is the first place I ever seen lightning strike the earth.
mm,
Chocolatina, I like. I really so my whole family is from like Beaumont, Houston area, right? Houston, Beaumont area. But I got some time to spend some time with my cousin up in the Dallas area.
uh,
Man, Dallas is live. Dallas is all the way live. Other than the heat, Dallas is live. I mean, literally, I love Dallas.
oh,
I love Dallas.
yeah. I had my brother. He had a college. He had his best friend in college. He went to Dallas, and he said, "Jay, I love it, but sometimes it gets hot." Now I know Pete. When I first moved to Virginia, this was I was living with my older brother at the time before I got my own place, and they were telling me before this climate thing happened, change and stuff. Virginia, he said, majority of the year, Virginia was like nice.
Uh-huh.
You get a little rain here and there. You just got, I know it snowed real bad back in 2013. I'm not mistaken. Bad, like felt like New York. I
Wow.
said, man, yeah. But they said like the climate change. We said Virginia, yeah. Majority, he said majority of the times like it hits like in the fall. It probably
Yeah.
drop like maybe like 40, 45 degrees. You put on a jacket and stuff. And so, but like now they said throughout the years it's acting funny now and stuff.
Yeah.
But then people said, yeah, Virginia's be real nice. Yeah, you. He said, but I could tell you like this: that sometimes in the winter, like November, December, it hits 85, 90. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Why? When they get snow, we get snow here. But like, I mean, there's people say you get a coat. You probably was that time you need a winter coat. But back then, way back then, the years ago, you didn't need a winter coat. Even like sometimes, like you get a jacket, nice sweater, you'd be good, you know.
Well,
Oh, do you know? Want to know? Do you camp?
I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said because you're gonna laugh at me in a minute, then I'm gonna answer D-Love.
Mhm.
Uh, so you'll laugh at me. Hey, when it get 40 degrees here, we freezing.
Oh
Literally,
no!
we putting we literally almost in layers. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Hey man, hey, listen, don't let it drop into the 30s or the 20s,
Oh,
which so we rarely ever drop into the 20s. Uh, we do from time to time, but mainly it's we get down to like 31, 30, 30 sometimes. Every once in a while I drop it 20, but we freezing at in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? I hear people from the East Coast always laugh at us when we online on the place. They like, man,
it's true.
how cold is it there? They be like, oh, it's 40, man. We got the heater on. They laughing at us. They like, man, we
Yeah,
walk around in shorts in the 40. So,
yeah.
yeah, Chocolatina, I haven't camped since I was a kid. I love camping. I used to do it with my grandfather a lot, and since he's passed along, I haven't did any camping, but I do plan on starting to do that again because I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, but camping nowadays is totally different than
Mm-hmm.
than it used to be. Camping
Yeah.
nowadays it's like bringing your whole house with you. You got to have your iPads and your cell phones and your blow up mattresses. And ain't nobody sleeping on the rocks in the in the back of the truck or the station wagon no more. You know what I'm saying? But listen, D-Love, I hear you. Hey, listen, at 60, I can stand it at 60. But at 40, yeah, I got a bubble coat on. I don't even lie to you.
And some I laugh at you. I laugh at them. I had people down here. They said, "Man, 50 degrees is cold." I said, "Okay."
Hey,
I
listen.
take 50 any in Virginia. I take 50 any day. Any doggone day. Y'all crazy. I tell y'all crazy. You're smoking crack. Crack
Hey,
45 is cold.
hey, 45 is not cold. It's freezing to us.
Oh man.
We literally, hey man, we literally got the heater on all night. And if we
Man.
had to stay home all day, it'd probably be home all day as well.
Man, listen. I take 45. I take 40 for any day. But I tell you one thing, when it rains hard out here, it rains hard down here, boo. I said, shh.
Right.
Run like
Well,
doggone buckets. So if you got a guy that women that I said, I'm not calling bums, but less fortunate. Oh, you just need some soap. Wash yourself. Hey, you be clean.
yeah, listen, hey, when it rain out here, it might sprinkle overnight. That's about it, man. We've had I think about 2 years ago we had some really good rain for about 4 months, filled up all the reservoirs, but they ran out of water again because of the fires and stuff like that. Uh, but the last real rain I can remember us having was back in like 1997. We had
Mm.
we had like one of the storms of the century, man. I mean, it literally rained for 6 months. I mean, literally rained for 6 months. So,
Mm.
but look how long ago that was. That was almost 30 years ago. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
I remember us just back like maybe 96. It snowed at least about almost 2 weeks straight. The snow was like going past like the cars, even the trucks. If you want to go out, you have to actually dig a tunnel. No lie, y'all, a tunnel. Now I heard
Hey,
it was like that back then, like in the early '70s. Yeah, you be a tunnel. I said, and it was brutal cold. That's how I was. I was married at the time. I was like going on a year married. Oh, it was brutal. I'm not going. And then you gotta go to store, and then they need everybody buy everything from the store. Oh, and sometimes you
uh-huh.
gotta walk. Oh, and then the buses. That time the buses wasn't really running. I'm like, nah. I said nah. That's the one of the time I wish I would have been in Cali, man. I wish I'd been in Cali. I said if I had some money, I get a house in Cali and I stay out there. And then when it gets to that, I come back to New York. Yes, I would. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, New York. I'm telling you, like them northern states, y'all go like Connecticut. Connecticut got Vermont,
uh-huh,
Maine, and all that.
uh-huh.
It's brutal up there, y'all. New England, talking New England. Nah, man. You think
Uh,
it gets cold? It get cold. Shh. You go up there. Shh.
yeah, that's
Man,
interesting. That's
free.
interesting.
Rhode Island, free. Man, nah, up there along the 95. Nah, Boston. Shh. No. Mm-mm. Y'all good. I'm good. I'm good. Nope. Mm-mm. It's nice, beautiful, but not when it gets cold. No, 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 no.
Hey,
Uh,
so where I live, I mean, it snows maybe once every 10 to 12 years. And by the time it hit the ground, it'd be dissipated. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So we have some mountains near us. We have two mountains near that are within sight. where we live. One is Mount Tamalpais in Marin County. That's about 5 minutes from San Francisco. And then we
Mm,
have one in Concord, California, which is about 25 minutes from San Francisco. It's called Mount Diablo. Uh,
mm,
it's crazy because they'll get like when it does snow, they'll get snow on the peaks, but
mm.
basically by midday is gone. You know what I'm saying? Unless we just in one of those days where it don't get above 40, which we rarely ever have.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we got a real interesting climate here in the Bay Area. Cause like I can go up to a little town called Bodega Bay,
Mm.
and I don't know. Do you remember the movie Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds?
Yeah, that's back in the
So
early
right,
60s.
yeah. So the the school remember the school that they were in?
Yeah.
That's actually literally about an hour and a half from where I live.
Oh,
That's a little town. Not even not well, yeah, about an hour and a half. I'm gonna say an hour and a half. So literally that's 5 miles from the coast. And I'll tell you, Grinda, when I say the weather pattern is so different within that 5 miles, man, you can get where the school is, where the house was, and the birds. You can get there. It'll be 100 degrees. You'll get out to the coast 5 miles, I mean, literally 5 miles away, and it'll be
mhm.
70 degrees. It's like a 30-degree
Wow.
difference, because you're right
Wow.
on the ocean. And you're
Mhm.
like, wait a minute, man, I was just 5 miles away from here, and it's 30-degree difference. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Literally, we got a real strange weather pattern here, man.
That's good. All right, brother, this week on anybody that had any more questions, let me know. If not, we're gonna close this out because Big Rooster, he gotta do his own live, and we don't want to keep him waiting because he gotta get so we got another 3 more minutes. If anybody did not put any questions in, we're gonna close this out. And any questions that you want to ask by me, Big Rooster, while we waiting?
No, no, but I do want to say, man, I really appreciate the fact that you took the time out to hit me up, man, and reach out and say, hey, man, let's do this. I enjoyed it. Uh, I look forward to having more of them. You know what I'm saying? This is a really good thing. I want to say what's up to the chat. I'm glad D Love, Tina, uh, LB, uh, who else? Somebody else had tapped in early. I want to thank all of y'all for watching. Bonnie Rose. Bonnie Rose tapped in. Clarence McLean. Uh, I want to thank all of y'all for tapping in. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all spent a little time with me in the number one grinder. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Divine Lee. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you. I reached out to the brother this morning, y'all. I meant to reach out to him, but I was during my birthday. I was out of commission, so I said I'm gonna reach out to the brother because I did promise him, and he was like, because I wanted to do it tonight, but he had things to do, so I said I could squeeze in. And this was very very good. I think this it came out very very good. It
Yes,
came
sir.
out very very good, and I really enjoy. But we're gonna I'm definitely gonna get back in touch with you because we're gonna talk about geography, and I
Yes,
think
sir.
that we're gonna talk about the roles that connected and why it's so important to know. Because I think with this, I think that we have to explore that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you on that.
Have to
Yes, sir.
explore that. And this it don't have to be a boring conversation. It could be it could be a super conversation, but also very important.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Hey,
very
listen.
important. Yeah.
Listen, real fast. If you want to tap in on the show tonight too, please feel free to do so. D Love. Hey, I know. I think, yeah, D Love. I think you see me on my joking side all the time.
Yeah.
Because I do. I crack a lot of jokes. To get a lot of laughs. But D Love, if you want to tap in tonight too, feel free. Hit me. I'm gonna be on at 6 p.m. West Coast Standard Time. I don't know where you at exactly, but you
That's
know what I'm
that's
saying.
that's me. That's 9 o'clock
That's
my
9
time.
o'clock for you, D Love. I don't know what D Love is actually at. Chocolatina, if you want to tap in too, that's fine. I use a different app though. Yo. I use an app called Melon. So
You
if
gotta
you
talk to me about. Matter of fact, talk to us about that before we close it out, please.
yeah, so
Is
Melon is
it better than
basically
yards?
Melon is basically the same thing you have here, but it's a little cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're getting popular. So once they get popular, they'll go back up on the price. You know how people are. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
once they reel you in, they got you. They like, oh yeah, we go, But so the way it is I mean, literally the same thing. You got your banners, your tickers, all of that stuff. Uh, I like the fact that so I had the standard version, which was $15 a month, and I could stream in one platform. Uh, but then they ran a special. Uh, the pro version used to be $49 a month, but they ran a special saying that you can get life with at 49. I mean, at $15 a month. So I was like, hey, let me run that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already paying $15 a month. So they closed out my first account and then they reopened it under $15 a month. So now I can stream in like multiple platforms. So usually when I go live on my channel, I usually go live on Facebook, uh, YouTube, and Twitch. And everywhere. And I'm thinking about, depending on what I'm talking about, I'm thinking about sticking LinkedIn. Like if I'm talking about employment or something like that, I think I'm gonna stick LinkedIn in there as well. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an employment site. So yeah, man. It's basically the same thing, just the price is different. That's all.
Is the prices more convenient than StreamYard to you?
So I've never bought the StreamYard, but I think StreamYard was like $25 a month.
Yeah, it's $25 a month for 50 hours.
Okay, see, this is
That's what I.
unlimited. This is unlimited with for $15 a month.
What?
Yeah, Melon
Yeah, we gotta
Melon
talk. Me
Hannah.
and you gotta talk offline, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You,
sir.
you, you, yeah, me and you gotta talk. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I might stick the melon, y'all. Fifteen
Yeah,
dollars a month, unlimited soup.
yeah. If you can get that deal that I got, you can go down to $15 a month, and so yeah, they give you and they give you a lot of recording time, and like if you want to do some pre-records and stuff like that. Uh,
Uh,
I haven't really explored all of it yet, because like I said, I'm just now starting to do a lot of lives. But yeah, that's what's up, man. I enjoy it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate though. I spread it around. I even use Restream every once in a while.
I got
But
restream too. I
yeah.
did restream. I did restream maybe mid-April. Now, see,
Yeah.
because what I'm thinking about doing, as soon as I get back my underrated doctors back, when I get all the way that back, right? What I'm thinking
Uh-huh.
about doing, I'm still going to keep this channel,
Uh-huh.
but I'll probably use this channel to do like probably do chop ups and other things, and
Right.
then the other stuff I did as that I do, I'm gonna go back and take it back and do the underrated dog channel about that and everything. But
Right.
I probably
Right.
do this like for chop up. I got chop ups on my underrated dogs channel, but I probably continue to do chop ups. And I was like thinking, I wanna thinking about what other network I could do and everything, because I don't want to do stream y'all like twice and stuff, and I don't have no money to be kicking out.
Right.
Well, so I don't, so I got to think about that, and
Feel you.
so and but also restream. I believe I do restream for free,
Yeah, me too.
but restream for free, but they still you can still have they have other perks with it too.
Right. Right. Right.
That's what I like about. So I'm thinking Restream. But I do want to check out Melon. Melon, good
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Hey, check them out, man. Check them out. They they do their thing, man. They do their thing. And, I just ran across it because I had another channel that I used to share with a host. It was called Our Opinions with Sass and Rooster. We talked more politics on that, and then we had a little
Mhm,
segment called Freestyle Fridays. But
mhm.
she kind of fell off, and
Oh, okay.
she, it was her idea. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have an idea to do that.
Uh,
I just wanted to do my channel. But she came up with an idea, and I was like, let's run with it. But then, like for the last couple months, she had fell off, and I was just like, hey, I'm gonna run Freestyle Fridays on my channel. And then she was like, oh, no, 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 I still want to do it. But then, I never got a chance. She never got back at me. So I just ran it. But what I'm thinking about doing is, I'm thinking about asking her, can I buy that channel from her, that email address from her, and run that channel again? Because, it was taking off. We have to 130 something subscribers on there. And, I love politics. I tell people that, even though, like, you love say I kind of jokes all the time. But I love politics. It's a bunch of other stuff, But like I say, I say that for
mhm.
another time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Got you, got you. All right, this is what we're gonna do. How we do it, brother? I'm gonna ask for your last remarks. Give me your last remarks. Then you're gonna stay there. Then I'm gonna give you my last remarks. Then we're gonna close it out as a family.
So my last remarks is to everyone. Hey, stay in your lane, run your race, do whatever it is that makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all I can say is thanks to the number one grinder for having me. Thank for everyone in the chat. If I missed you, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't mean, don't take it to heart. You know what I'm saying, charge it to the game. And like I always say at the end of my lives, I love you, God love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm out.
Thank you. Before if anybody that wants to donate to my channel, my cash app is dollar sign capital T 53000. Again, dollar sign capital JT 53000. If you want to donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna post his channel again before we get out of here, so y'all can have it. Oh, there you go, baby. All right, this is his channel, y'all. I'm posting one more time so y'all can have it. And just remember, anybody that wants to do chop up, you can reach out to me on one of the videos or one of my lives. Put a comment on there. Please let me know. If I know you, I will do a chop. But if I don't know you, no offense, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. And all I'm just asking that if you want to do a chop, when we do a chopper, send a picture, send an avatar to me. And please, if please, that'd be great. Much appreciate. Do a pre-record on your end to let them know that y'all gonna that you'll be over here. That's all I'm asking. That'd be greatly appreciated. So, on behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk, yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. And just remember this: if you travel home or to your destination, please take extra safety precaution out there because extra precaution, safety precaution, because the climate out there is real and we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. Please do that. Please do, and please support Big Rooster because he be coming on 6 o'clock. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I believe. D Love, that's 8 o'clock your time, and so this is the last of the chop up on the Dark Round Table with brother Big Rooster. Thanks again, Big Rooster. Show very much appreciated. I'm honored to do the chop up with you. Please share this out. If you new on here, please subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like, okay? And y'all ask some great questions. Yeah. Baby, yeah. Yeah, dub it up, yo. Dub it
Yeah.
up. Dub it up.
Hey,
Dub it
like,
up.
like the Warriors though.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I ain't, no, I don't want him in the war. No, don't be the war. Yeah, nah, that's better. I'll behave myself today. Don't talk about that doggone shit next month. I'm not in
I
that, but
got
I
you.
did.
I got you.
Yeah, but well, shout out to the Golden State Warriors. They are world champions. You know, shout out to them and everything. And and the ones who asked, y'all asked some great questions.
Yeah.
Great questions. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, y'all really enhanced. And I also thank you, Big Rooster. You asked some great questions to me. That's what it's all about. That's the chop up, y'all.
Yes, sir.
That's the chop up I'm talking about. Because
Yes,
everybody that.
sir.
So thank you, brother. Have a blessed night. Peace to you and your family. Tell your family throughout the Underrated Darkness family that hello and thanks again, brother. Be well, and I will keep in contact with you. And remember, y'all, stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed. Always remember, you have the power to enhance yourself, strive to be better, no matter if it's long, no matter if it's little or more. You have the power. Don't have nobody to take away your power to strive to be better because you deserve that. You're a winner. All right. Thanks again, y'all. This one is Ghost. Good evening.